Hey there, YouTube. WhiskeyCactus here, welcoming you back to our Let's Play of the Letter. This is episode number 28, and in the last episode, I thought we were going to have some ghosty stuff, but we didn't really have any ghosty stuff. So hopefully, or not hopefully, tough call maybe, maybe we'll get some ghosty stuff. So we are still Becca. I'm surprised at this point. I would have thought we would have been finished the Becca arc by now, but we are about to go talk to Professor Clark about some ghosty things that we're starting to believe in. So here we go. Professor Andrew Clark had agreed to meet with me 2 days later in front of Luxburns Public Library. So we are actually over here on October 30th. So we don't know anything about this day other than Zachary went to the Ermengarde mansion and found Luke, and Luke was none too pleased to see him and got a call from Ash and was told, hurry the fuck back to Isabella's place. So we are not there at the moment, so let's see what happens. He has other commitments, but being a longtime family friend has its perks. I have my parents' connections to thank for that. Of course, I'm not the sort to impose on him often, but the situation is... well, it's not entirely bad, although it does require calling in a few favors from friends like him. Without his signature, I won't be able to gain access to the library's restricted section. Oh dear. If I want to get more in-depth information on the Ermengarde mansion, that is, not simply what they choose to show to the general public. As much as I hate to admit it, there's always something people censor, and whatever it is, I won't ever find it in the general section. Has to be what they're keeping here beyond the public eye. The thought of that alone makes me antsy. Thankfully, I don't have to brood over it. The wait for the professor doesn't last long. He never did enjoy making people wait. Likewise, he dislikes people who are tardy. There he is. Haven't seen him since the Zachary chapter, I think. He arrives 5 minutes after, and he's not a fan of Luke Wright. So, that's an interesting thing. We'll see if that comes out at all. He arrives 5 minutes after I do, greeting me with that kind smile and casual wave of his hand. Haven't seen him in so long, but it appears he hasn't changed much. His familiar presence alone is enough for a fond smile to spread across my face.
Professor Andrew.
Indeed.
Rebecca.
Yes.
Didn't I say long ago you can drop the professor?
You know I can't possibly do that. Even if I can. It feels disrespectful to call you by your name alone.
Both you and Ashton never listen to this old man. Kids these days.
Kids these days. Damn millennials.
All right. But just for today, since you're doing me a huge favor, Andrew.
I guess you simply can't have it all, even at this old age.
Of course not.
But pleasantries aren't what we're here for, yes? You mentioned you needed a permit.
Yes, sir, if that's okay with you.
More than fine. Anything in pursuit of knowledge, as they say.
Is that what they say? He hands me the permit without further prompting. Well, that was easy. Jesus. Alright, well. Those signatures don't look very much like anything. And just like he promised, he's also written a recommendation after his signature. This is more than enough to get me those files. Mutter a small thanks before slipping it into my pocket. Although when I look back up, his brows are furrowed. The very face of curiosity. Not surprising, considering how vague I've been during our little talk over the phone. Right there and there. Right then and there. I've decided to tell him if he ever asks. Maybe not all of it, but stuff he needs to know. It's the least I can do to thank him. As expected, true to his inquisitive nature, he asks.
If you don't mind, though.
Of course I don't mind. It's only something ridiculous.
I know you've always been an eager learner, but may I know what in the restricted section that piqued your curiosity?
It's the Ermengarde mansion, sir.
Uh-oh. He's quick to raise an eyebrow at that, and for a while I fear he'll take the slip of paper back. Is there something in what I said?
The ones they have out in the general isn't enough?
I'm, hoping for a more in-depth read, sir. More about the history and the people who once lived there. The general section doesn't have anything much on that.
Of course not.
Oh, I see. Well, you certainly aren't the first one to be enamored with that place.
Do you mean Zachary?
It doesn't shock me. The architecture is admirable, and the urban legends are something to talk about.
What about those urban legends, would you say?
Why, just this past week, I've got a few asking me about that. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
I think enamored might be a little too much to describe our interest in it.
I don't know about that.
But I have to agree. The mansion is beautiful, even with the renovations. They kept the stained glass windows, too. They are magnificent.
Always keep the stained glass windows.
Oh, you've seen it.
I have indeed.
I was there for a few hours to attend a housewarming party. The invitation was for my parents, but they couldn't make it. My mum used to work as a private tutor for the Evans. Hannah Wright?
Ah, I know of her. Her husband, too. Who doesn't?
That temperament changed very, very quickly.
Luxborn's most popular couple.
You sound very contemptuous. Something falls behind his eyes, the warmth in them suddenly gone. Like he's reliving a painful, distant memory and seeing it play right in front of him. Disappears almost as soon as it surfaces, but that look has unsettled something in me.
Is something the matter?
Oh no, nothing at all. What would possibly give you that idea?
Nothing much.
Nothing much.
But you know, you're already like a daughter to me. So if you could, do be careful with the friends you make.
Indeed.
Is this about the Wrights, sir?
No, of course not.
Just a friendly advice from an old man. Don't think much about it.
Okay then.
Anyway, I have to leave now. Can't miss my weekly serving of bear claws.
Oh, you making me want a fucking bear claw.
Say hi to your parents at the detective inspector for me, will you? I wish you luck with all that research.
I will. Thanks for this, Andrew.
Andrew gives my shoulder a light squeeze. Why has everybody got to touch everybody? There's a lot of touching in this game. A gesture a younger me has always appreciated, and quickly crosses the street after. I watch him until he disappears behind the door to a cafe, until the doubt swimming inside my head finds a clear moment to rest. Finds a moment to rest. Where the fuck did clear come from? Whatever his business is with the Wrights isn't anything I should concern myself about. Well, we don't know that. But somehow, in the grand scheme of things now, all of it feels oddly relevant. The how, though, I've yet to find out. I'm hoping the library will give me the answers I want this time. Well, we are now in the library. Maybe there will be some ghosty happenings in the library. We're gonna save here. Oh dear. We were in the library when there were ghosty happenings in Possum Springs back when I played the letter also. Libraries and ghosty shit don't always go together very well. On a gloomy Sunday morning, the library is especially empty. The second floor in particular. I've always considered this place to be a sanctuary, a respite away from the hubbub of the city. As a child, I grew up reading books here. Excuse me. Spending hours here to no end poring over the pages, living out fantasies in my head until my parents called me home. Now it feels nothing like it. Silence is smothering, suffocating. Even with how clean they've kept the microfiche room, how the entire small of it lacks a speck of dust or clutter. Breathing is a struggle for air. Not far into my stay, I begin to long for the noise outside. And perhaps as a way to calm this unease, I start to hum a tune. It better not be London Bridge is Falling Down. Imagine that. Fuck you. Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. No. Stop. Stop. Oh my god. Why are nursery rhymes so horrifying? So unsettling. Why, of all things, it has to be that silly nursery rhyme. I've not an inkling. Because that's what fucking Kylie Hellspawn is always singing. It does its job, however. Fills the lull with something far less awkward, far less deafening. And that is enough for a distraction. I have business here. There's gonna be ghosty shit happening here. I promise. Because we have not had a QuickTime event in the Becca storyline yet. And that, we've had one in every other. So, we have to be getting close to the end of Becca's chapter. So, I got my fingers on keys, ready to go. I have business here. No time for silly daydreams, only important work to attend to. Even if there's a possibility of it being fruitless by some means, feels like I have to do it. If not for me, then for the people who have been affected by this. What do we even call this? A ghost, I believe. A haunting? Yeah. Halloween prank gone wrong? Probably not. A curse? Maybe. If Isabella were here, what would she say? Would she panic? She'd be angry if I only listened to her now? All stems from that one moment in the movie house, doesn't it? We could have avoided this had we only taken her warnings to heart. Imagine that. Maybe you shouldn't have been a bitch to Isabella the whole time. One stupid mistake is all it took to send our normal lives on a downward spiral. Frankly, I'm no longer sure if I'm angry at myself for it, or at the universe for throwing us into this mess. We can only make do of what little we have, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Going here might not be the right decision, but it's a start.
A good start.
A good start, she says. It doesn't take much time for me to find what I need. A microfiche of old newspapers. What is this, Night in the Woods? Come on, man. Long kept in a special storage cabinet, the far end of the restricted section. This is definitely Night in the Woods. We gonna read up about the old miners and the fucking spectral hauntings and shit at the museum? The year is 1620s and beyond. Before the city of Luxborn even exists in the records, when the mansion has just been built and Anslem is nothing more but a small sleepy hamlet near a river. A lot of pieces are missing, days, sometimes several consecutive weeks without any records remaining. Often it goes on for years. Troublesome, but as it is, I'm lucky enough to find anything at all, considering how far I'm looking back. Can't be picky now. Can't waste time mulling over what record keepers of the old could have done to make this a breeze for me.
I can still work with this.
Okay, if you say so. Faint whir of the microfiche machine keeps me company as I go over each slide, each image, hoping for something that goes beyond what the local lore knows. There are snippets, little mentions of the family that once settled in the house here and there. Usual singing of praises for the couple who helped brought up what was once a tiny settlement into a buzzing town. Nothing substantial, nothing I didn't know before. Continues on like this for a good while until I come by the years after their deaths. Oh dear. Okay. And then the power goes out. And I hear the sounds. The people of Anslem might have loved Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde, mourned their passing, and held them in high esteem in the years after. But it was their daughter that was remembered fondly by the townspeople. Charlotte Ermengarde, I guess her name was, right? Lady Charlotte. They want us to think Lady Charlotte's the ghost. If her parents built this town, Lady Charlotte was the one who made it prosper. She killed herself, we were told way early on. The problem is, I don't believe Lady Charlotte is the ghost. I believe... Well, I don't know what I believe yet. I have my own theories. Remarkable considering it was a period of recovery from a bout of plague that killed half the town's population, including her parents. Oh, hello there, it's the microfiche. We got buried history achievement. I checked on Steam recently, and there's still like 100 or so achievements I haven't gotten. So, guys, do yourself a favor. Get this game and play through all of the friggin' arcs. It's crazy. All the different routes. There's so many achievements. I am definitely not going to do more than a full play. Like, I'm going to play through until I get to the end, and when I get to the end, that's the end of the series. I'm not going to go back and try to do other passes through. That's up to you guys. If you guys want to see that stuff, go buy the game and support Yang Yang Mobile and all the people that are involved in it, and play it. What's surprising, though, apparently her time also marked more than superficial changes to the place. Air puts a stop to local slave trade. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Was one of the slaves a Japanese woman named Takako? Oh fuck. I have a new theory. I have a new theory. Oh dear. She moved things, changed laws, altered old customs and traditions. If they were done on a woman's whimsy, it doesn't say, but she seems capable enough for more than that. The gist of it is, the town she rebuilt is what eventually grew to become Luxburn City, while the nearby Anslem village remained as it was, a relic of the old. A frown swiftly forms in my face.
So, why is there a need to hide this?
One by one, I try to recall every lesson I've gone through, every book, paper, and journal I've read. None of those ever mentioned this. It's always the lord and the lady of the house, their endearing child, always an afterthought to those anecdotes, the one who always took her life in the end. Never someone who restored a town from the brink of collapse, or brought new ideas to it. Is it because she's a woman? Maybe. I mean, that seems pretty reasonable.
That pisses me off.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's probably got at least somewhat to do with it. Granted, not everything is sunshine and rainbows. Not all aspects of her can be considered admirable. But this is history. Some parts are bound to naturally delve into unpleasant territory, whether I like it or not. Witch hunts, for example. Oh, God. Became common near the end of her life. Luxburn Witch Burns. Was that a Japanese woman named Takako? Which would have been completely unremarkable and might have gone to become a mere footnote in history if it didn't involve Lady Charlotte. Oh, fuck me! And the very slave she saved. What was that slave's name, pray tell? Caused quite a stir, enough to leave almost a week's worth of clippings. I know I'm right, guys. I know I'm right. I have all the faith in the world that I'm right. Oh God, I'm so convinced. I am so convinced. But what's the deal with Kylie? Why is she Hellspawn, though? If she's not actually the ghost, why is she Hellspawn? I don't know. That I don't know. Or maybe because, okay, we've seen the ghost be other people. So the ghost was able to be Lorraine from Marianne's arc, because that was still the ghost. It just took the form of Lorraine. So maybe the ghost can also take the form of Kylie, if Kylie's actually dead too. I don't know about that one. Okay. Caused quite a stir, enough to leave almost a week's worth of clippings. The girl was eventually burned, condemned by an entire town. At the word of Lady Charlotte alone. Wow, so she turned on her. Ooh, she turned on her. So, oh. That's why she killed herself. Because she was haunted. Or maybe she didn't kill herself. Maybe she was murdered by the ghost. So the ghost, Lady Charlotte, turned on Takako and sold her out to the church. They burned her as a witch, and then she came back to haunt Lady Charlotte. That's my guess. This doesn't really have anything to do with the curse, does it? Oh, well, please. Okay, sure, if you say so. Unless that woman following us and this slave are the same person. 500%. Tale of revenge, how cliche. However, with the lack of accurate photographs, it's impossible to tell. Maybe if I squint, the illustration would start resembling her. Oh, shit. It's gonna happen in, like, 3 seconds. But in my field, it doesn't work that way. It shouldn't work that way. Be the laughingstock of the community.
This isn't going anywhere.
Oh, wanna bet? Wanna bet? Wanna bet? She knows you're here. Mentally exhausted, I take a careful step away from the screen, pressing a palm to my tired eyes. The lack of ample light in this area doesn't help. Oh my god, here it comes. It's coming. A headache already threatens to form at the back of my head, yet I'm nowhere near figuring things out. This is simply too much to take in all at once, and then the power goes out.
I should have
right?
asked for someone's help.
Now I'm at a dead end. Start gathering everything around me and placing them back in their respective envelopes for storage, and the motion's no longer new after volunteering here a number of times. Didn't make much mess anyway, considering the lack of materials available to begin with. I'll have to look somewhere else. The where remains unknown, though. But just as I'm about, here we go. And now things are gonna start. Just as I'm about to slip the last of the slides in, something catches my attention. We are gonna save. My hand pauses, the microfiche halfway through its protective sleeve. This is one of the few I've set aside without taking a careful look at. Seems like a gossip column at first glance, but upon closer look... Oh, shit. I slide it back to the reader, gently turning the dials in search of the page. Takes some time, but once the image becomes clear, prepare for a jump scare, guys. I'm just guessing right now, but I get the feeling we're either gonna get jump scared, something's gonna happen. Ermengarde heir announces betrothal. They must have had this drawing commissioned for this announcement. Sorry about that. I don't doubt it. The details are far more intricate, their likeness likely closer to how they might have appeared at the time. They're both recognizable this way, closer to those paintings I've seen in the mansion. Is that Luke and Hannah reincarnated or something? I don't know. However, it's the man standing beside her, Edward Godfrey, according to the article that caught my attention previously. Her first cousin, and eventually her fiancé, because that's how they do things. Maybe it's the posture, the manner in which he holds himself, or maybe it's the shape of his eyes, though I can't be too certain about that until I've gotten a better reference. Nevertheless, there is a resemblance. Yeah, we kind of knew that. It was mentioned before that the people in the portrait... I mean, I said it before, but that it was also mentioned in the story by somebody. I don't remember who. That the people in the portraits resemble Luke and Hannah. He looks eerily like, Luke. It better not be Kylie. It better not be fucking Kylie, I swear to God. I swear to God if it's Kylie. My head snaps up, glowering at whoever's running in the floor above. Any day I'd march upstairs and reprimand whoever it is.
This is a library, for heaven's sake.
Of course. Now isn't the time. I've gotten what I need. Without wasting another minute, I hit the machine's print button for a copy of the page, while my other hand moves to put everything back into storage. A ragged exhale slips from me. Relief, perhaps? Or maybe this is already exhaustion. Regardless, soon I'm closing my eyes as I wait for the printer to finish. If only to stave off a headache building up from everything. Oh God, stop it. Please stop it. This is the worst. I'm just gonna wait for you to finish. Don't start again. Okay. That means we can read our journal in peace, at the very least. Okay. With the help of Professor Andrew Clark, Rebecca was able to gain access to Lookbourne Library's restricted section. In there, she discovered numerous accounts of the Ermengardes, all hidden from the public. Her research was interrupted, however, when... sometime. I've even begun humming the same song again, for comfort. So what happened? Did she get, hit in the head or something? Despite my doubts about this, despite all the tension in my shoulders, this may be a small find, but at least I can start somewhere. We can start somewhere. There's a way out of this. I know it. The printer sputters to a halt. Here we go. Here comes the ghosty shit. It's time. However, its sound isn't what makes isn't what... I'm so scared, guys, I can't even read. However, its sound isn't what makes me snap my eyes open. Me eyes, we're a fucking pirate now. Here we go. Cue the ghost noises. Oh, that's not okay. No, no, no. Fuck this. Oh, I don't like this at all. This is the worst. Oh God, this is the worst. A feeling, a chilly brush of air behind my back. Brief enough for something sickening to suddenly lodge itself in my throat while I take in my surroundings. It's that suffocating sensation again. Stop humming. Creeping to every part of me. Crawling under my skin. Draining me little by little of any strength. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. This is exactly what I expected, by the way. From that day in the mansion. From that brief moment at the school. We got the shit music again. Here we go. Without delay, I grab the papers and make a quick beeline for the door. Oh, hi. Hello. You're on the ceiling. Lovely to see you again. I was just reading about you. My whole body freezes.
What are you doing, Miss
I fucking know. Fuck off. Fuck off, Kylie. I knew you were Hellspawn. I hold my breath, not daring to make any noise. For a little while, only the sound of papers crumpling under my grasp fills the room. Kylie's dead. I'm calling it now. Kylie is dead. The ghost is Kylie. Just like the ghost was Lorraine. Crumpling under my grasp fills the blah blah. Okay. The excitement from earlier, I bet it is, gone instantly, replaced by a cold, seeping dread spreading throughout my limbs. But more than the fear is the anger. It pains me to hear her using my own student's voice against me, and more than once I believed it was really her. She has no right.
Why don't you play with me?
Oh, you. Although she hasn't made a move. If there isn't a wall behind me, I'll probably take a step back. Anything to put a distance between us, no matter how small, as long as I'm out of her reach. But I steel myself. Because if I do fall back, turn away from her, I'll be left with no way out. Alright, we're gonna have a quick time event very soon, I'm sure. This is about the time for it. I am not dying here.
You think you scare me?
I think she does think she scares you.
Miss Pink, don't be so rude. I'm waiting.
Oh, God. Hard to believe that's the same voice as Audrey. Oh, dear.
I'm not afraid of you, you spook. This is one Scotswoman. You aren't getting into an early grave without a fight.
You tell her, Rebecca.
Come at me.
Oh, that was probably reckless. I expected she'll lunge, prove to me what a monster she is. Oh, great! Instead, all she gives me is a smile, twisted and gnarled. It's as if time has crawled to a stop at the sight of it. Split-second decision. Okay, well. That sounds like we should save. Before I know it, my body shifts. Eyes closing in anticipation, hand grabbing whatever's solid enough on the nearby table and hurling it at her. I don't bother looking if whatever I threw hit its mark. I run, as fast as my legs can carry me, despite my heart threatening to burst out of my chest. But in this maze of bookshelves, great! With the whole place almost void of people. Oh, fuck! Oh, God. Oh, shit. Alright, See, you want to think that the obvious answer isn't correct because it's too obvious, but as I've been playing this game, the obvious answer seems to be the best answer. So I'm gonna head for the door. But we just saved, so if this kills me, then I can... If there's one, it is out of this room, out of this place, as far away as anyone can get from her. I can think about the rest of what I can do after I'm outside, when there are other people I can ask for help. When she's not chasing after me like this. There's no hesitation in my steps as I race for the restricted section's door, head downstairs, and barrel straight for the library's exit. Towards safety, in a desperate bid for my life, library rules be damned. I can no longer hear her behind me, but I'm not taking any chances. A breath almost escapes me as I near the door. A little more, and out of nowhere, fuck, a library cart careens from a blind corner and slams to my sides. My back hits the floor with a hard thud, an impact completely knocking the breath out of me. A copper tang of blood gradually spreads over my tongue as I fight to get my bearings back. Force myself to move, even with the excruciating pain coursing through my limbs. The exit's almost there, if only I can... But there's no moment's respite. Oh, hi! Next thing I know, there's a heavy weight atop me and cold digits slide around my neck. I bet this is the QuickTime event. Tight like a vice, closing in, leaving me gasping for air. Okay, so I'm gonna save this here after the choice, because I think, my guess is we're probably gonna have to do this either way. And this is gonna be a QuickTime event. Through my blurred vision, I can only make out the hateful gleam, the spite in her eyes, as she looms over my body and her grip on my throat grows tighter. Desperation kicks in. My nails dig into her wrists as I struggle against her firm grip, trying to pry her fingers away.
Let go. Let me go.
Yup. Alright, what am I doing? What am I have no idea what I'm doing here. I died. Okay, alright, hold on. Well, let's see what happens. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do there. I gotta do that again. Too strong, her hold on me is too strong. My lungs begin to ache, burning with the lack of air. Pain growing worse with every second I writhe under a punishing grip.
Somebody help.
We died. We definitely died. Darkness starts to fill the edges of my vision. Soon the world fades. ... Game over. Okay. Quit. Alright. So we are going to load back up. I have to figure out what I'm supposed to do there. That was weird. But it's mouse-based. Okay. Alright. Nail stick into her wrists. Alright, I'm going to save here again. I think this was about where... Oh, right, okay. Let go, let me go. Let's save here again. Alright. Okay. So I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. I see. This makes so much more sense now. Got it. Alright. I didn't realize we were supposed to wait for something to happen first. That made so much more sense the second time through. Okay. We're good. That was nowhere near as difficult as I thought it was. Alright, I don't think twice. My limbs are moving on their own before what I did could fully register in my brain, and my lungs could recover. Behind me, she lets out a cry, sharp, loud, and thunderous against the empty walls of the library. But the fear her wails bring compares nothing to the relief washing over me when I finally make it out. Okay. We got quick escape, so I'm gonna save that. And now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see what happens if we go the other way. I'm feeling like it's gonna be the same thing. We're probably gonna have to do another QuickTime event, and that's my guess. I don't know. Maybe head upstairs is totally the wrong answer. But we already have a save file that has the right answer, so we're good. There are people upstairs, aren't there? Weekend staff or some volunteer? There should be. Even if it's a Sunday and I'm only here on a special permit, there should be at least one other person manning this place. I heard them a while ago. Oh, poor Becca. Yeah, that wasn't them. Of course, I couldn't possibly tell them about this. They won't believe me in the same manner we didn't buy Isabella's stories until it's too late. But I can easily come up with excuses. For now, what's important is I don't end up trapped and alone with her.
Safety in numbers, as they say.
As they say. I have no faith in this route. There's no hesitation in my steps as I race upstairs, ears straining for any signs or sounds of the woman appearing, jumping at me again at any second. I can still hear her behind me, the grinding of bones, her whispers as she keeps calling me back. Although it's at a distance, I don't slow my pace, library rules be damned. Because no matter how much I pretend to be brave, the level-headed one or the tough one, this terrifies me. This scares me more than anything. This isn't how I plan to die. When I get to the 3rd floor... ... Only silence welcomes me and an emptiness that stretches out far too wide, spanning the entirety of the floor for it to be reassuring. And just behind me, somewhere at the foot of the stairs, panic rises up my throat. No other way now but up. So I bolt... Oh, she's gonna have to jump off a building, isn't she? So I bolt, desperation kicking in without warning. Take 2 steps at a time, tripping clumsily over some of it in my last-ditch attempt to escape. But I know, at the back of my mind, I know all of this is futile. With every footfall, with every ragged breath, with every pounding of my heart, it gets hammered into my mind. It only becomes clear to me once the door at the end opens, revealing the vast expanse of Luxborn's early morning skyline, with her treading at my heels, blocking my only way out.
Stay away from me.
Well, this is not going to be good. A useless plea. Does she even understand a word I say? Can she even? She's still human in the first place? Somehow I doubt it. Because no human being will ever do this. Simply imagining what she's capable of doing to us. Never want to give her that chance.
I'm telling you to back off.
Her gait is slow as she walks forward, each stride accompanied by a sound of breaking bones, of blood oozing from wounds that never found healing. And with every inch she draws nearer, even as I pull away, to take back what little distance I can between us, the smile on her merely grows wider. She's gonna fall off the edge of the building. Mocking gesture. From me. She may be less of a human now, but I'm pretty sure she's fully aware she's got me cornered. She wouldn't even bother making it here, if she isn't. But I can't look away, I can't bring myself to, even as the heel of my shoe eventually hits the edge. End of the line. Trapped. Alone. So this is how it ends, huh? Quietly and without fanfare. Surrounded not by a warm breeze, but a chilly morning air. No soft footfalls, on an empty hallway, but the din of the early morning traffic below. No warm oh my god. Warm afternoon light. Nothing but the cold, pungent smell of death, all underneath a dreary morning sky. How fitting. Yet, amidst all of it, there's a single voice I want to hear. Oh, what the fuck? This is... Oh, God, stop. If only for the last time.
Becca?
Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, fuck this.
Hey, did I wake you up?
Fuck this so much.
No, I left you a voicemail, so I thought... Where are you?
Oh my god. The one I grew up with. Who always got grades better than I did without even trying. Whose silly antics I have to put up with all these years. Who stood by me even when things got tougher. That one person who's been a constant in my life.
Ash, do you remember that one time
The... what?
back in secondary? We joined a contest back then, didn't we? We had to dress you up as a girl and...
No.
What? You looked really pretty. I think I still have that picture somewhere.
Burn it. We're not talking about that again. You promised. Seriously, what brought this on?
Nothing. It's just the first thing I remembered.
So weird. Despite everything, my lips curl up into a smile. Faint, a sad little thing on its own given the situation. Because even at the very end, I know I have this. The casual talk, the friendly banter, talking like how we always would as children. If only I hadn't been too selfish. If only I hadn't taken all this for granted in favor of my feelings. Then perhaps I wouldn't be regretting anything now.
You're being weird today, Becca. Whatever. Listen, I need you to go home right away. I'm at Salem Well right now, and...
I wish time would simply stop for us. There's still a lot of things I want to say. Things I've never bothered saying out loud. Things I should have said a long time ago to someone who has always been by my side. But in this moment, there's only one.
Thanks, Ash.
Fuck this.
Hold on, did I do something?
Fuck this.
For everything.
Rebecca, what?
I'm so glad to have known you.
Wait, what are you? God damn it, Rebecca, where are you?
A soft click. Oh my god. Trapped and with nowhere else to go, Rebecca called the one person who always had a special place in her heart, all to say thank you, if only for the last time. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Closing my eyes. There's a rush of air. The sound of the world dimming around me. Like a song coming to its inevitable end. Oh, for the briefest second, I thought something might have... They're making me listen to all of this. I can't click through it. Oh my god. Yeah, alright. Well, we know how that goes. Jesus Christ! I've unlocked a memory fragment. What the fuck? Well, I guess we know what happened here. Right? Luke had an affair with the slave, and Hannah wasn't too happy about it. Okay, well, we're not, that's not how this is gonna go. I mean, hold on, cancel. I do want to save that because I want to make sure that I have that. Let me just find an empty parking spot here. Just put that there. Alright, but I'm actually going to go ahead and load the other one. Obviously, I'm not having Becca die, because that's just stupid. So, we're going to load this up. Becca survives. It's all good, guys. That horrendously fucking sad ending there. Oh my god, dude. That didn't happen. That was a separate alternate universe, guys. Okay. My knees buckle as soon as my feet hit the pavement. The surface cold and hard against my skin. I've only been in there a few hours. About 1 or 2, probably. I don't know anymore. It feels like an eternity all the same. My breathing hasn't slowed down yet, and I don't expect it to after going through that. Probably look the most undignified creature on a Sunday morning right now. Out of breath, disheveled, slumped here with a bloodied lip and all. But at present I simply can't bring myself to care, even when a few passers-by start giving me a strange look. Stare at me all you want, I don't give a single shite. I'm alive. I'm safe. This isn't the end yet, but I'm safe. Inside my bag is something that could get us out of this mess. Nothing definite yet. I don't want to get my hopes up, but it's still something. If Isabella is here, I'm sure she'll feel the same. She'll even be the first one who'll put her faith on it. Wherever this will lead us to is a victory on its own. Now, all that's left is to find the others. The rest of us trapped in this bloody nightmare. Here we go! Right on cue, as if an answer to my previous thought, my mobile phone lets out a beep. I pick it up, simply hoping it'll be one of them. Damn right! Only it's a voicemail that greets me. From Ashton. There's a pang of disappointment, of course, but it brings some reassurance that nothing's happened to at least one of them.
Hey, Becca, call me back when you're free. We need to talk. ASAP.
You got it, man. He ends it right there, the message less than a minute long. Curtin gives nothing away. I let it ease my worries regardless and do as he asks. Because this, too, is another triumph for us. One less thing to worry about. Aha. So now I'm guessing we're going to skip over to Ashton, right? So we got here. Very different journal entry. Rebecca was seen limping out of the Luxbourne Public Library late Sunday morning. Checking her mobile, a lone voicemail from Ashton was in it, telling her they need to talk ASAP. ... And just like that, we preserve Becca's life. And it is, wow, October 28th. It's October 28th. Wow, okay. We skip a lot of this stuff. We're not doing any of this bullshit with Ashton. Because we've seen it, I guess. It's just, we've seen it through everybody else's... Okay, that makes sense. Alright, well, let's go ahead and check out this new profile we have for Ash Frey. And then we will go ahead and end off this episode. Birthday, December 26th. Capricorn, 29 years old, height 5'5". Hey man, you're only slightly taller than me. Occupation, detective inspector. Japanese-American, American-Japanese. Christian, non-practicing, alright. Education, bachelor's degree in forensic science. Well, good for you, dude. Likes taiyaki ice cream? Surely, of course. Ophelia, we don't know who fucking Ophelia is. I wonder if it's another one of his cars. Old-timey action movies and thrillers. Kart racing, jazz and swing. Sherlock Holmes, and justice! You and Seryu would get along very well. There was little love between his parents, and though he grew up privileged, he found little joy in student life. He saw the standard testing system as a chore, and considers his popularity among his peers to be an annoyance. Rebecca was the only one he considered a friend in St. Coretti, and he was no better when he went into university. If anything, his indifferent outlook got worse with his parents divorced. He initially took law, but was quickly disillusioned by how heavy-handed and abused the system was. Forensic science, on the other hand, became fascinating for him. He served a brief time as a police officer before he applied to join Luxbourne's Criminal Investigation Department. Early on, he was too eager to deal out justice, but his numerous years in service became quite the learning experience for him. Now, as a detective inspector, he's been assigned to his biggest case yet. So we have Ashton and our relationships with our relationships with characters that we've kind of built up already, and that's pretty good. We haven't really had any interaction with Marianne, other than that one time in the bar. Alright guys, this is cool. I like being Ashton. I'm excited for this arc, I really am, because I really think we're gonna get some good answers here. We're already starting to get some pieces of this puzzle. But, thank you guys so much for watching. In the next episode, we will continue on now as Ashton, and hopefully find some cool lore that we can dig up. Or just find out more about the rites, which I assume is what Ashton's stuff is going to be mostly surrounding. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Also, make sure you're subscribed for more of the letter, as well as other content on this channel. So thank you guys. Next time, we're starting the Ashton chapter. I hope you're ready for that. I know I am. I'm excited. I hope you are. I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.